Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading for Aquarius season 2024. So with this oracle card, the Sea Beacon Fairy, this expresses that you're in a time of your life right now where you're really tuning into your intuition to make sure you receive the right guidance of where to go in your life. Like there could be paths appearing to you at this time that might seem appealing and a way out of a situation that you're in, but you really need to be aware of what your deep inner knowing, especially your feminine intuition, if you're a woman, what that intuition is telling you to do, because not every pathway or guidance that appears to you right now is the correct one for you. Right off the bat, there's a really detailed message from the bottom of the deck about what you're not seeing at this time, Aquarius. And it looks to me like there's two parties here. One could be a younger earth sign with the Knight and the Page of the Pentacles here, and one might be an older fire sign with the Emperor card here. Definitely a fiery personality, this Emperor figure here. But it looks like something ended with the younger earth sign, the Knight here, and that made whatever offer they were giving this Emperor, it made it much less stable. And it's like something ended and they just pulled their energy back and back until they became a page, just offering, something very small. And then it turned into something very dishonest with the Seven of Swords here. And it looks like for that Emperor, they felt very betrayed, very humiliated by this change and this essential breadcrumbing and lying and dishonesty that was happening. And it's like he's kind of side-eyeing this Knight of Pentacles in this setup here, and it brought a tower into the Emperor's life. Basically kind of blew apart the whole situation, whatever kind of, looks like some kind of relationship. I don't know if it's romantic though, that's not indicated here. But it looks like it just completely changed the situation between the two characters and essentially ruined something and broke down an existing structure in that Emperor's life, to the point where they're reduced to, being essentially naked, stripped of, all the falsehood that they were dealing with or were living in this situation, and caused them to really heal and do some deep inner work. So I don't know if that could be you, Aquarius, that, something like that happened that you were healing from, and maybe you didn't know that this person was being dishonest or deceitful when they started to pull back and breadcrumb you and offer you less and less. So that message was pretty strong for whatever it applies to in your situation. However, that being said, it does look like you are extremely happy at this time in your life, Aquarius. We have the Sun card, the Nine of Cups crowning the reading. It looks like with the Six of Wands here and the Five of Wands, it's like you've had some conflict in the past, or there's some conflict in the present moment that you have succeeded against the odds, and you're very, very happy about it. It's like you kind of got what you wanted. This could be in a family situation, a situation involving marriage or family or children. It looks with the Justice card here, like things could be legally going in your favor. So there's also the challenge of the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So despite all this happiness and things going in your favor, and I don't know if this signifies like a new relationship or family situation in your life, or if this is an existing family situation or relationship involving family members or children, where there has been conflict and maybe legal issues, you might still be involved in it. But, you know, despite all this happy energy, there is that challenge of having a broken heart and just feeling tired of battling on with, you know, maybe the pain of that heartbreak and feeling worn down. If you are in a legal situation, although things are going in your favor, it could be really wearing you down, having to be involved in that kind of a situation with people that you care about. It looks like in the recent past, you maybe fell into some depressive energy, or feeling like you wanted to let something go, just feeling like you wanted to pass something up. Emotionally, just feeling apathetic, feeling like you didn't want something that was being offered to you in terms of love or emotion. And that could be for a couple reasons. It could be because there was a third-party energy involved, where maybe this wasn't an exclusive relationship, if that's what we're talking about here. Or it could be that with the Three of Cups here, it could be that you were feeling some depression, and because of that, with the Four of Cups here, because of that, you maybe started celebrating. There is the suggestion maybe of drinking alcohol. With this Nine of Cups crowning the reading here, you could be partying a lot. Sometimes with this Sun card, I feel like it can indicate just like a little bit too much happiness. Like you could be sort of masking some depression or some stress with socializing or using substances, especially alcohol. It does look like that happened in the past. And you could have been feeling financially drained, and that could have been part of what that depression was caused by. So I don't see the depression here right now. I see you do feel happy and you do feel successful. But I do see in the near future you're going to run into the Temperance energy, which can be balancing out your emotions. And part of that often involves not using alcohol or drugs in excess, especially alcohol. And so it does look to me like in the near future, there could be some new love or, an offer of love coming into you, or you could be offering your love to somebody, or someone could be offering it to you. But you will be in this energy of balancing out your emotions with the Temperance card here. And I think due to kind of like pumping the brakes on, this bender, I'm just going to say that. I don't think you're really on a bender, but the cards do kind of lean towards, like a lot a lot of activity, a lot of happiness, a lot of attention, a lot of success. And I just see that shifting for you soon. You know, all good things must come to an end, right? And things change. And, you know, I think that it's ultimately way even healthier what you're coming into here, but it looks like a drastic shift because you're going from the Sun and the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups, all these sort of happy feelings, even if they're, you know, just sort of like superficial or just for show. You're going to be moving into a much more balanced energy where you're kind of going within. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Eight of Swords. It's like you might feel very kind of like somewhat anxious, kind of like mental overwhelm I'm sensing. And that could be because, you know, we do have the Sun card here in the future. You know, it might be that if they're, you know, and forgive me, I am a mental health therapist, so I do kind of sense there could be some mania going on. I'm not saying anyone is bipolar. Obviously, I cannot diagnose anyone I've never met before. But, you know, I think we all can experience periods in our life where things feel good. Things feel like, you know, we're on the up and up. We're upbeat. We're moving forward. We're doing things. We're going places. We're being seen. And at some point that just tapers off. And then, that's when it can feel like, oh, I have too much energy now. Like I want to kind of go within and relax and reflect and do this work and be alone and, you know, focus on my truth and my personal power and my abundance. And, you know, I want to hold off from engaging with others and into love situations too. But it's like that energy from, you know, the manic period can be like still there, but you've shifted gears, but your body and your nervous system is like still going mile a minute, thinking a lot, like pushing you to go out and do things. And you don't like have that mental, physical energy or joy anymore to sustain that. And that's when that Sun energy could become problematic for you. So you could feel a little bit like unbalanced coming up in the near future here. And that could have something to do with an offer of love or a relationship coming into your life. It could be someone who is, you know, with the Empress card, someone who's really amazing. You know, if this isn't you kind of tuning into your abundance and your sort of goddess energies, if you're a female, if you're a male, it doesn't matter. It's sort of just like that fertility, abundance, prosperity energy in your life. But, you know, when it's for a female, we refer to it as goddess energy, mother energy, someone who's very connected to nature as well as beauty. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So it looks like with this, in the present situation with the High Priestess here, you are definitely connecting to your intuition. And I do sense there could be some financial issues going on for you. You know, we saw that in the recent past situation. But it looks like that intuition is kind of pulling you out of those financial issues. And that could be why the Empress is here in the future too. You know, the Empress is someone who's financially stable, who anything they touch turns to gold. So you're either attracting someone in your life like this in the near future, or you're, by shifting yourself and getting more in touch with your emotions and your feelings, you are tapping into that. So I see that's already happening. Like you're coming out of a period of feeling like you're left in the cold, financially destitute, into the Nine of Pentacles energy, which is, you know, the person who pays their own bills, you know, buys their own stuff, whatever they need, they provide for themselves. So this getting in touch with your intuition is helping you in that process. And it looks like you have a good team around you that you work with. You know, you are probably employed at this time, working with other people on a team, or, you know, an employee in a place where everyone gets along and feels pretty good together. It looks like, you know, you are kind of starting new projects and new endeavors. You have like an enthusiasm for new projects at this time in your life. And it looks like you're moving away from this grief and this sadness towards new financial opportunities, new abundance, like a new big opportunity in your life. Something bigger than what you're already involved in working on. So part of that is moving away emotionally from the grief and working through it, and the sadness over whatever loss, you know, broke your heart here with this challenge. But where you're going is way bigger and way better than what you're dealing with. It looks like in your environment right now, there is an Empress already. So I almost feel like, looking back on this, in the near future, that offer of love could be coming in from someone who's already in your environment with this Empress. So this is a person who has a lot of prosperity and financial stability, and you know, they're showing up as a woman, as a queen, and the Empress here, but it doesn't have to be. Obviously, gender is not fixed in tarot. These are energies we're talking about. So, you know, this person, he are showing up as very intelligent and almost a little bit cold and calculating, and maybe kind of standoffish. So they may not show the intensity of love that they have. And I'm guessing this is for you, Aquarius, and how ready they are to move forward and take action towards fulfilling that love, because they appear so sort of tough, or kind of no nonsense. They're not a person that wears their heart on their sleeve. They definitely think much more with their head than their heart. But let me tell you, this person has a ton of love to give, and they're really ready to move forward. So they may be coming towards you in the near future. But I can't tell. It doesn't look like they've taken any action yet. It looks like with your hopes and fears, you're really hoping for a lucky break, like a change at this time in your life. You would like to, you want change. Yeah, you want something that is like a fated change to happen in your life. You want some luck. You want, maybe you want a little kind of like divine help getting going in the right direction for you. And I see with the Six of Cups here, that could be a fear about reuniting with the past. So you might still be emotionally connected to the past and worried that you might go back to something that you have strong feelings for, even though you want to go in a new direction in your life. It's possible we can flip that around too, that you want to reunite with something in the past, but your fear is about going in a new direction, fated new direction in life. However, I don't think so, Aquarius. You're pretty smart, and I'm getting the sense that you're hoping for the change at this time in your life. So in your outcome, whoa, you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana that are signifying that you are going to take a leap with the Fool here on a new path in life. The Devil here, it's like a very passionate love connection. So you have the Lovers here with the King and the Queen of Cups. So it looks like there is a union, a love relationship coming into your life that is, you two are going to be so in love with each other. It is just crazy. Like, the strength that just came out with this line of cards here, it's really beautiful. I do think with the Devil here, it's not, the Devil doesn't always have to be toxic, but what it does suggest to me is there is always, at the very least, the presence of addiction or codependency. So, they're kind of similar. Addiction, when, someone can be addicted to love or relationships when they've let go of all the other substances in their life, and their, love relationship or their partner or, some other human being that they depend on emotionally fulfills that need for addiction for them. So that's kind of where I see the Devil coming in here. You have, I feel like one party, the Queen, showing up as the feminine here, but again, it doesn't have to be, this could just be, well, they're both kind of showing up as water signs, but whoever's the more feminine energy, I feel like they're going to be wanting to go slowly, and they're really going to be looking at, is this what I want to do? And that could be you, because that was sort of the theme throughout the reading with that sea beacon fairy and the High Priestess here. That could be you. Just really not sure if it's going to be a healthy connection. You could be, coming from a history of codependency where, you get in a relationship and you completely lose yourself in order to feel like you're pleasing the other person, or, feel like you can't be yourself if you're with somebody else, or this person that you're uniting with could feel that way. And it's like, because of that, they're going to kind of appear to be like on the fence or just not taking action. But it's like they feel the intensity of the connection as much as you do, or vice versa. And then the other person showing up as the King or the masculine, there's the Ace of Wands. So they're going to feel a lot of physical passion. That is more typical with a masculine energy. They're really going to like having sex in this relationship. That's going to be a big draw for them to be in this relationship. And they feel like there's a lot, like the connection is just very strong, and their feelings physically for this other person are going to be extremely strong. And there is another element with finances with this king energy, that either this king feels like there's going to be like an equal give and take in the relationship that they find very attractive. That could be financially. They could feel like they want to give financially to the other person, or they could feel like they would like the other person to give financially to them. There could be that one person in the connection has more money than the other person. And that could be another reason why the Queen energy is kind of holding back and saying, I don't know if I want to go forward with this. Like, you know, I see you're going to be wanting my finances, or, you know, vice versa. I'm not sure which way it will go. But, you know, I was cautious with this message, but then I pulled these 2 oracle cards that you got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So looks like 2024 is going to be a big year for you, Aquarius. You know, the inner work that you're doing right now, I think, is important. Very, very important to the success of this connection. And yeah, it might be that you are showing up as the queen in the outcome here, that you're going to be the one that's like holding back and seeing the potential for the connection to be toxic. You know, just because that's sort of the energy that you're in right now, or you will be in the near future, once you kind of work through this heartbreak and, you know, the way you've been dealing with the conflict or the legal battles in your life. You know, you're energetically transitioning to move to something very beautiful. So don't rush that, is what I'm seeing with this. Even though this person in your environment, they're going to be pretty gung-ho to get going on this partnership and move it forward. So, you know, prioritize your needs and your process, and it will be even more beautiful in the outcome. So take care, Aquarius.